at Alpha Omega Mystery School. We're located halfway between Death Valley and Las Vegas. Halfway between Joshua Tree to our south and Area 51 to the north, here in the Mojave Desert of the Southwest United States.
Good morning. Today is Monday, October the 12th, 2020. The ancient magical rite you're about to experience is unique in the world. Written and performed from the first-person perspective of Jesus of Nazareth, this ritual comes from the first book of Yahweh, one of two books of the Bible, lost books of the Bible, discovered beneath the sands of Egypt in 1769, that contain the secret teachings of Jesus.
There it is.
To his disciples. I'm Reverend David Griffin.
I'm Reverend Leslie McQuaid.
And there is the sunrise, again from here at Column Hinge Temple, here for the Lost Magic of Jesus revival. We'll be observing sunrise now until it completes, and then we'll begin.
And since we've moved into that time of year, in order to center it up, we'll need to stand in front of this column today. The column is in perfect alignment. The sun is the dispenser of light to the earth. May the living light of the God Force inflame our souls with abundant life.
Our destiny lies amongst the stars, and to the stars humanity shall ascend.
Take a nice deep breath and feel into your body. Breathe deeply. Feel each breath as it moves your bones, moves your muscles, moves your skin. And as you are breathing deeply and feeling deeply into each and every part of yourself, visualize yourself as the tree of life, however it is you imagine that tree to be, and grow your branches up high into alpha sky. Drive your roots down deep into omega earth. I call on you. In the east, Alpha. I call on you. In the west, Omega. I call on you. In the north, Alpha. I call on you. In the south, Omega.
Alpha,
Et Omega.
the beginning,
And the end.
the path of the age between. Sunrise,
And sunset.
and the path of the sun between. Birth,
And death.
and the path of life between. Welcome back to Column Hinge and this magnificent ritual. This magnificent ritual from the lost magic of Jesus, performed here at Column Hinge Temple, the Alpha Omega Mystery School. So we begin today, as every day, by reaching out with the energy of our energetic bodies and breathing in the life force, Holy Spirit energy around us. And flooding our souls with this divine light energy, we call upon the angels once again in the invisible. Watchers of the 21st Treasury of Light, attend. Ozaz, Ozaz, Eoes, Eoes, Azaies, 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 Alpha,
Omega.
Let the watchers withdraw, and let us enter in to the 21st Treasury of Light. And there are 12 heads in my Father's treasury, and these are the names that are in the places when they sing praises to my Father, and he gives light power to them. Mighty angel, shining one, head in the place of the east of my Father's treasury, we invoke you, we call upon you, we thank you for coming, and we call you with your secret name left to us by the apostles. Zozo Ze'ai, Zozo Ze'ai. Second of 12, shining one, we call upon you using your secret name left to us by the living Jesus. Zohozai, Zohozai. Tozazaksai, Tozazaksai. Naozaeiai, Naozaeiai. Marazaz, Marazaz. Ozaes. Ozaes. Ozea. Oza, uza. Oza, uza. Os, hos, oza. Os, hos, oza. Azaiaos. Azaiaos. Naiaosaze. Naiaosaze. Nazaz. Nazaz. And so we completed our journey through the places, invoking each of the 12 mighty angels, head in its proper place and in its proper rank, until at length we came into the place of the midst, the place of the center, the place of the middle, the place of the Father of the treasury of light. O Father of the treasury of light, by your cipher and by your name, we invoke you. Oaziai. Oaziai. Let the divine light descend. It is the intention of this ritual and our fervent prayer to establish human freedom worldwide.
Human freedom worldwide.
Set my people free.
Set my people free.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect the integrity of our genetic code.
Protect the integrity of Homo sapiens' genetic code.
And grant us a pro-human future.
Grant us a pro-human future.
Watch over and protect the present American election.
Watch over and protect the present American election.
And expose all cheaters.
Expose all cheaters.
That we may have a free and fair election.
That we may have a free and fair election.
May all those who search for the abundant life promised by the Master Jesus come to discover their energetic souls and how to feed them on the living light all around us. Restore the purity of our air.
Restore the purity of our air.
Of our water.
Restore the purity of our water.
Of our food.
Restore the purity of our food.
And the purity of our medicines.
Restore the purity of our medicines.
And then in that hour, when death inevitably visits each and every one of us, may we shed this physical body like a serpent sheds its skin, and rise triumphant in our glorified body of light directly into the kingdom of heaven, following the route opened for us by the living Jesus upon his ascension. All these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus, the Master Abbaramento. Amen.
Amen. So mote it be. Take a moment now to again feel into your body. This ancient magical rite we are doing helps you feel more God Force energy. As you feel more God Force energy, so you understand how important your faith is in this world. Faith is the core of all human activity. And in fact, when I was studying anthropology, I was told that faith is truly what sets humanity apart from the rest of creation. And this is because hope comes from that most unique of human capacities, and that is the capacity for faith. Faith is belief in the future. And in order to believe in the future, you must be able to conceive of the future. And what is conception? Conception is the beginning of a thing. Conception is where that thing is born. Your concept, your idea. God Force energy is filled with ideas because it is omniscient. God Force is knowledge, pure knowledge. And we have the capacity to understand the messages sent on God Force. This is how we as humans make our world better. We tap into God Force energy, and by tapping into God Force energy, our faith is strengthened because we trust that when we take in a breath and think about God Force energy, that we will be transformed in those ways we imagine. And because we live in a place where matter and energy are interchangeable, our thoughts are things. Do you understand that logic? Take a big breath of God Force. And now let your mind relax and think on these things. How is it possible that our faith is the key to understanding all knowledge in this world? It is because when you are filled with faith, that confidence in the future, that knowledge of time and the understanding of time and space and your ability to bend time and space to suit your will, this is carried on God Force energy. God Force energy strengthens your faith, and your faith is the future in its infancy. You see, our mind is so powerful that when enough of us begin thinking of things, we create a field of energy that begins to solidify and become real. This solidification of energy is called in transpersonal psychology a morphogenetic field. It is called by hermeticists the egregore. And this energetic congregation, made up of the will and the power and the faith and hope of the assembled, this has substance. And this has the power to change people's minds and to move the world. This is why we are told we cannot congregate, because the true power of humanity lies when we combine our energetic natures into a powerful force for change. Breathing in God force energy strengthens you with its omniscience. You are strong when you know. You have confidence when you know. You have faith and hope in the future when you know. And knowing is as simple as your next breath of God force.
Faith to move mountains. Jesus talked a lot about faith. You know, one of the things that's kind of curious to me is that there are passages in the Bible that speak about the travels of Jesus, and they say something quite odd. In that town, he could perform no miracles, for the people of that village had no faith. What does that show you? That the miracles of Jesus were dependent upon the faith of the faithful. There was one woman who reached out and touched the hem of his garment. He could feel the discharge of Luke's energy, of God force energy, as she was healed, merely by touching his garment. So strong was her faith. But it was her faith that was strong. This is why one of the most important lessons of Jesus the Christ was faith, having faith, because faith is the basis of all magic for beginners in the beginning. Faith-based magic is the easiest to access. Jesus of Nazareth was an expert at faith-based magic. He was able to heal the sick, raise the dead, cause the blind to see, the lame to walk, the deaf to hear, and the dumb to speak. All of this through faith. And God force energy, of course. Holy Spirit energy, we call it as well. So if you'd like to know more about this ritual, be sure and drop by and visit us at alphaomega.church. You know that that's the only way that we can pass around the collection plate, by the way. But what really matters here today is that every single day when we sign off, I always close with the following lines. And today, perhaps they will make even more sense to you. Because as the living Jesus always said, the master abbaramento, have faith and expect a miracle.
And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God force run strong within you. And, as always, may your magics work better than expected.